So, welcome back. And no introduction from Fuka this time. I guess, quickly before we choose our party, I'm going to turn in that request to Elizabeth, because it's worth a pretty fat chunk of cash, which we'll be getting even more of here. Anyway, let's turn in those glasses wipe cloth thingies. Yes, only Elizabeth would offer 42,000 yen for something like this. I guess they do have all those features that are useful for that kind of thing. Probably need to get some kind of a wipe like that for my laptop. And I'm not entirely sure what else it was used to polish off if it's got soy sauce on it. Wear glasses or wipe off soy sauce, because those things are totally related. Yeah, 42,000, that's a lot. It'll probably all be going towards a, I could call it something, but I don't want to spoil it. Anyway, it's a fund that we're putting aside. At the moment, though, we might as well accept the Christmas star requests, because that's the next one of these. These ones are really easily missable, because you only have one day to get them, so it's always good to accept one of them ahead of time. And as for... okay, we might actually be able to do this session. It depends. Because I think we can actually fuse that persona. Can't get the bronze medal yet. That we definitely can't get yet. So really all we have left in terms of Tartarus requests is the third old document. So it's kind of weird. The period between the second and third full moons, not including the first one, which is a complete cutscene, is kind of a little bit less eventful. Things will be getting a little bit eventful in terms of story cutscenes soonish. But anyway, I have Berith here who oh, we can make Ares. That's cool. But I've kind of got Zorcho 10. They're kind of a little similar at this point. Principality might be nice to have for a better persona for Chihiro, though. And we do definitely have pretty much enough money to grab one out of the compendium. That's definitely better than Archangel. Let me just check something, though. We're one level off High Pixie. That'll be really useful for Fuka, and we actually do need a Priestess persona soon. Where was that? I felt for sure that I could have made, might be in Triangle. I know that persona that we need for Frolic, is accessible to me at this point. Oh yeah, and Pusa we can actually make thanks to, completing Elizabeth's most recent dating request, and that's actually pretty decent, but we need to be a little higher level for that. Hua Po is another one we can make thanks to a request. Oh, and Pale Rider, another thing we can make thanks to a request. We've got quite a few of these. Yeah, Pale Rider is the Horseman of Death, obviously, being in this Arcana. Now, how can I get... I've kind of forgotten... No, Power is not that much higher than Principality. Another Justice persona. And... where... Oh, there we go. Okay, there it is. That would require Archangel, Zorcho 10, and Oberon. Oh, that is a lot of personas. This might be something that I can consider after going through here. This is Narcissus of the Lover's Arcana. People who know Greek mythology might know who he is. We need him for that Frolic request. So, yeah, but for now... getting Principality here might not be that bad of an idea, now that I think about it. Tsukukaja, Tarukaja, that's actually definitely not bad. And I've got a rank 7 social link, so that's going to be pretty strong. You know what? I'm actually going to go for this. I'll need to remember to buy back Zorcho 10. I should have saved in case there was an accident. Okay, there we go, Principality. Who looks like the Statue of Liberty? I think I remember that Principality in Persona Q was incredibly high level. You got it off of one of the golden optional bosses. Or off of FOEs. Okay, there's Medea. I already have a persona with that, but that's... Oh, Rekam is nice, though. But not quite enough experience to get to Wreck Harm. It's a pretty nice skill to have, though. So, I need to remember to get back. Let me just check if I can make anything else with. Shisha is new. Can I get rid of this Archangel in any meaningful way? Not at this point, really. Oh well, it's just getting rid of fodder at this point, I guess. But I will need to buy back Zorchor 10. I should also probably register this Principality. Yeah, let's replace that. And then let's get my Chariot Persona, Zorchor 10. Gonna get him back out, which is fairly expensive, but we have way more than enough money that we know what to do with at this point. For now, I think I'll leave. Like I said, I might take care of the Frolic request on my way out. Because I'll probably have a lot more money then. And we don't need a Lover's Persona for quite a while. Anyway, let's actually check everyone's status with Fuka. What I like to do, and this is pretty much my playstyle in just about all RPGs, is I like to try and keep my party's levels as even as possible. So Yukari is 18, Mitsuru is 20, Junpei is also 18, and Akihiko is 19. Well, unfortunately, we know who we're leaving out then. No Marin Karen tonight. Well, maybe not. I do kind of want to use Junpei as much as I can here, because he is going to be pretty useless for the next boss, unfortunately. Anyway, with my expedition party formed, and a few requests turned in, and a new persona fused, I'm going to go ahead and save here. Okay, so slight issues caused me to make a few changes here. I actually went to the compendium and bought Jack Frost, because that null ice is actually going to be pretty useful going into this next area. And I also swapped out Akihiko for Mitsuru for the exact same reason, ice resistance. Let's just say that I had a bad experience with ice enemies, and you may or may not see that on the fail channel. So yeah, Akihiko leveled up immediately after one battle in my test run anyway, so he's pretty close in levels anyway. So it shouldn't be too big a deal to use Mitsuru here. But anyway, you know what, I may as well change the music. Or we just can't do that on floors where we have no enemies. Keep forgetting about that sometimes. Anyway, we have quite the trek to the next point, and doing that while tired is probably a very bad thing. And unfortunately, Fuka can't find the next boss directly. But let's make her at least useful and get some BGM. Yeah, let's use this one. I actually quite like this song. Oh! Now that's interesting. So the purple shadows are the same as they've always been in this area. They're still the lustful snakes. But they are... Wait a second. Who do I have who has ice here? I think I previously used Valkyrie for that, and I've got rid of Valkyrie, so, do you have Mabufu? You just have regular Bufu. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. These things are still worth fighting, because they give very good experience, so... You'll definitely want to target them when you get the chance. Jack Frost is so weak, though. Mainly using him for that null ice, which is going to be very, very important when we get into an encounter with a certain type of enemy.
Here's our chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a...
Yeah, for now, that is not going to do it. I probably should have set Mitsuru on knockdown, now I think about it. Oh, nice! Well, that's at least good. That actually saves on SP for Mitsuru. She only needed to knock down one of them. And, wait for it. Oh, they almost fell by her hand. Now the second one fell by Junpei's bat. Okay, Jack Frost level up. Oh, that's not going to give me the best thing, but Ice Boost. So, yeah. Oh, and of course, Mabufu's next. Probably not gonna happen anytime soon, though. Now, normally, I generally don't bother to switch back to auto personas after battles like this, but at this point, being tired, we kind of need it. Our accuracy is heavily lowered while tired, so we need all the help we can get. And having bad accuracy at this point, really, really bad thing. What do we got here?
There are 2 enemies.
The Killing Hand! This battle will now be followed by a 30-minute pointless filler prologue. Nah, just kidding. Anyway, these things are the reason I brought Jack Frost. They use ice attacks, and the main thing I have that uses fire, which they are in fact weak to, is itself weak to ice. Now, normally that's not a problem because I just Maragi them and just destroy them, but if Maragi misses even one of them, which it will because we're tired, it's not going to end well. So I'd rather just be safe and null ice entirely. Well, I'm lucky that it just... Okay, so this is exactly why I didn't bring Akihiko. Because
It seems like it's weak against
he
fire.
takes... yeah, it's very, very annoying when he gets hit by Mabufu. Anyway, they also have Mudo, and they also have Repatra to assist those that are knocked down. So, really, really annoying, especially if they start spamming Mudo, which they can. Mitsuru, what are you doing? Okay, so it might actually be worth it to... I was saying it might actually be worth it to put Junpei on knockdown, just to ensure that I get rid of them quickly, but that might not work, because he seems to be missing. You know, I was thinking that I was going to go for... Whoop, yeah, this is why I don't go for Maragi on these guys. Ow. Wow, that did quite a lot. Probably because Jack Frost is so weak. Again, I am only using it for the Bufu resistance. I really, really do not like killing hands. Especially when they start Mudoing everyone. Which, trust me, you will see in the outtakes. Please, please die. You did not die. Please die. Thank you. I hate it when enemies just get left barely alive by that. That's been happening to me surprisingly often lately. Yeah, you may be Demand, but I am switching back to Naga right now. I really need that Auto Sukukaja, and we are also healing. I guess there aren't actually very many things in this area weak to Garu, so I can probably request healing from Yukari. Problem is, we're reaching the point where regular Dia just is not really all that useful healing-wise, and that... Oh, of course. Misjudging the range of the sword. That was not an... Oh, great!
Watch out! There are 4 enemies.
Now, a small group of these things is fine, but 4 maniacal books are very, very bad.
Give me a sec.
These enemies, they're just a type that I just don't like fighting in general. You'll see why once we get the scan. For now, let's just try and bewilder one of them. Nope. Now, it's kind of ironic she's using Marin Karen on them. It would be even more ironic if it actually works. Wow, that's cool.
The enemy's weak against
So, yeah. It's only weak against darkness, which at this point is pretty unreliable. Even with a weakness, Mudor's only going to have like a 40% chance of an instant kill. Yeah, not all that great, especially against large groups, and that's its only weakness. They also have Marin Karen, which, as always, is really annoying, and Spirit Drain, so if you get into a long encounter with these things, they'll just do this, and completely drain you for the entire Tartarus expedition, leaving you completely starved of SP, and I just generally like to run from these things when I see them. Fighting them is really not that worth it. They don't even give all that much experience either, so really, just in general, I don't like fighting them. And that's also why. That is also why. Aha! Revenge! Yes, show your allies just how annoying you guys really are. See, like, I really have nothing much to do but just physically attack. They are quite weak physically. I have never seen her do that before.
2 enemies left.
2 to go.
Okay, at least the AI allies are smart enough not to attack charmed enemies.
Defeat it.
Speaking of Charm, I've had quite a bit of fun with Charm in Tokyo Mirage sessions lately. Enemies can do some pretty silly things with that, like using an attack mirror on your party, causing their allies to kill themselves. Which is pretty amazing when it does happen.
How disgraceful.
Garisu probably enjoyed seeing that, but,
This thing won't give
wow. That was pretty pathetic damage. And yeah, our auto buffs only last for 3 turns. Really says something how annoying these enemies are that I actually got to the point where the auto buffs wore off, which usually doesn't happen. Okay, a 3 experience. This will hopefully make it a little bit more worth it. 3. The cards always come down the order they go up in. See, even with a 3 wand, that's not very much. 2 Lustful Snakes was more than that, and in all honesty, Lustful Snakes are actually less annoying. Hi there, I'm not gonna get you, am I? I did get you, nice!
a rare form. Destroy
And
it.
it's not quite the hand that I need for Mitsuru's request, though. Multi-hitting attacks are actually quite useful against these things due to their, well, it just died immediately.
The battle's over. Good job.
But in general, against enemies that like to flee from battle and have really, really high evasion, multi-hitting attacks are usually good to ensure at least one of them hits home, and on those things with their defense so low, they usually just die to one of them anyway, as you can see there. Ooh, rare chest. But it is guarded. That very nearly could have been a miss.
There's one
So
enemy.
single shadows here have a tendency to be the adamant beetle. Its attack is higher. Not really.
Give me a sec.
Adamant
I'll scan
beetles
the
can
target.
actually show up earlier on in Tartarus, just before the last boss. And, like most beetles, they are weak to Zeo. But, thing is, in all honesty, I actually consider these things tougher to beat than that boss.
The enemy's off
Which is kind of sad.
The enemy's down. Let's finish this.
They do tend to last a lot longer.
By my hand.
Due to, I mean, even though they do take quite a bit of damage from this, they're not as severely allergic to the all-out attack as the boss was, and they only have one move, Kill Rush. It does hurt quite a bit. But they also have another skill that will boost that one move.
The enemy's weakness is electricity.
Power Charge. Yeah, that's not a good thing to be on the receiving end of, so try and keep these things knocked down. Thankfully, they usually only show up in groups of 1, so it's relatively easy to keep them stun-locked.
Hang in there.
Multiple party members having Dia is always useful. The problem is that, yeah, we kind of need better healing than Dia at this point.
Keep it up.
The enemy's down. Let's finish this.
And speaking of Dia, I think we will actually need healing soon. Not quite. Can just use regular pierce attacks as well.
I couldn't defeat
Come
it.
on, let's just rush. There we go. They are resistant to
This
slash,
appears to
but
be just beginning.
we weren't at risk of taking any severe damage there.
Yes, my skill level has increased.
Okay, Yukari got a level up off of that. Let me check what she... Oh, you changed your... Wait. Yukari? Yukari! Why? What is up with this game's AI? You do realize that's considerably weaker than the Toy Bow, right? Anyway. Do I have better than the high card armor? I do not. Okay. Vader Lek Medium is actually fantastic on her. And now she's thanking us for giving her the weapon that she got rid of. Anyway, Triesto Gem. That could be useful if we get into any severe emergencies, but hopefully we will not be getting into severe emergencies. I love this part of the song. And I think it's probably best that we just find the exit. Finding a rare chest was a nice bonus, though. What are you? Oh, you're a single shadow. You're probably not one of those beetles, which not all that productive to fight at this point. That is most likely a... Yep, dead end. I was hoping there'd at least be a chest in that dead end, but no. Yeah, they certainly are. And yeah, by how tall this tower is, it's much, much taller than you'd probably expect. Another one of them, which I'm pretty sure is just another one of those beetles again. Thankfully, we are nearing the end of this area, so we will be getting new scenery the next time we're in Tartarus. Well, not exactly the next time we're in Tartarus, but the next area we go through in Tartarus. And you know what? Screw it, I'm just going to the stairs here. The enemies here are mostly the same all the way up, so no real point of sticking on certain floors just to show off particular enemies. So there are some that I'm kind of dreading fighting. Yep, unfortunately, still no luck with the scans. Oh, that's a really big one. Do I want to go for it? Well, there's a rare chest behind it. Let's go. Oh, no. Oh, As far as big groups of enemies go, I do not like large clusters of these things. And you know what? I've had a very bad experience with a group of 4 killing hands in the past. I am running. If we were not tired, I would go for this, but the risk of missing one of them with Miragi and getting totally destroyed is just far too much. And oh, attack mirror. It's decent, but there aren't all that many enemies here that would really benefit from that. Now, 2 killing hands. That's something that hopefully I can handle. I really don't want to jinx that, though. No cut in. That's not a good sign. Well, did get them both, though.
The enemy's down. Let's finish this.
Well, let's hope that we do finish this. Die, please. The hands fell by her hand.
What an easy win.
Those hands won't twitch anymore. Can't really call them sword hands because they're not. That's over there. Brass knuckles. That's not great, especially when we have those Sonic gloves, which are in fact blue, which is kind of funny. Now I picture those gloves playing "You're too slow" voice clips every time someone punches someone with them.
Strike first.
Crying table. Now, I believe this thing showed up in one of the full moons.
Give me a sec.
No, wait, no, it was a mini-boss earlier, wasn't it? It might have been. I forget. We might have seen this before, but anyway. It looks very obviously fire-aligned, so you can either go for ice, or I prefer to actually have Pyro Jack on, so I completely null them. And then I want to save my SP, but this is just too funny to pass up. Yes, the sheer weight of the terrible comedy caused him to actually have severe evoker feedback there. Oh! Well, that was a complete waste of SP.
This thing won't give up.
Clearly, these things actually have a sense of humor.
The enemy's weak against
Anyway, pretty much what you'd expect, although that Dekaja is annoying because I'm relying a lot on auto Kaja builds. That can actually dispel the innate buffs from a weapon, so that will actually get rid of my auto Taro Kaja and auto Suku Kaja. On the plus side, it can provoke the enemies into wasting their turns using that skill, but it is kind of annoying to just lose your buffs like that.
couldn't defeat it.
Any innate skill that's come to the weapon can actually be removed. So yeah, see, notice how there was no miss on Gary Stu there? That's because it actually did get rid of a buff on him. So this gets particularly significant later on because there are accessories that can make you immune to certain elements, but the elemental break skills will still get rid of those immunities. You need to watch out for that.
The enemy's down. Let's finish this.
You know, I just realized I should probably put Mitsuru or Knockdown to fight these things. Her SP is going down, though. Do have that Triesto gem if things get kind of bad. Ah, personas that I can't even use are already showing up. Well, okay, that was really fast. Another brass knuckles. I guess I can sell those. I should remember to go to the police station and unload a bunch of extra junk. I tend to forget that. You are not really worth fighting. Although I don't want to be too under-leveled. The next boss is level 26. Unfortunately, it's another one that Junpei is going to be useless for, so I'm going to have to leave him behind for that one. Which is a shame, because Junpei is awesome, and you will see that later in the game, but for now, he does have issues with quite a few of the bosses. You! That's definitely a beetle. Yep!
There's one enemy. The enemy is down! Now's your chance!
The enemy's down. Let's finish this. You'll fall by my hand. I summon thee! I failed to finish it off.
That one just won't die.
I can do it! This thing won't give up! Only one enemy left! You found the enemy's weakness!
Here's a chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of
What an easy win!
I don't think I'll go for this, especially since most of the personas are ones that I can't actually use at this point. Anyway, at this point, I think it's probably better to use Yukari to heal, because more things tend to be weak to ice here than weak to wind. This Tartarus session ended up going on a lot longer than I expected it to, so I'm going to have to cut this video here and resume in another part. But before this video is over, I have a bit of a treat for you. Yes, it's time for the return of the Fail Channel! Before we get into the actual failing, I thought that I'd show a bit of a highlight from my first failed attempt of this area, because it was kinda too funny to leave on the cutting room floor. Oh wow, you got Holy Arrow already. You know what, just for fun, it's probably not a good idea to unequip my Fire Immune persona, but just for fun, I want to try this. Aha! It worked! And it's gonna die before that gets a chance to have any effect.
I've been waiting for this.
But that was still nice to finally turn the tables on those off-camera annoying cupids caused me a lot of problems with their charm effect of those holy arrows, so nice to finally turn that back up. Oh yeah, sure, shuffle time. Either a persona I already have, or a curse card. Thanks a lot. Now on to the main event, the actual failure. Now, you know how in the main video I really stressed how I wanted to get ice resistance for a certain enemy? And because of that, my fights against this enemy went fairly well. So, those were successful Killing Hand battles. This is an unsuccessful Killing Hand battle. Let's just, I believe these things are... Okay, from what I remember, these things might also be weak to ice. Or they could use ice. Let's just do this. I currently don't have access to my notes, so... Oh, that's bad! And it hit, of course it did.
It seems like it's weak against
Oh,
fire.
wow. Okay, I probably should have gone for fire then. Uses ice and has Moodle. Please don't hit me with ice.
I couldn't finish it off.
Please don't. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, nice dodge.
Senpai is in trouble.
Except
Senpai is unconscious.
we are getting one more.
You still can't stand up.
Oh, I'm tired, of course.
Are you okay?
Well, this is not going to end well.
Junpei is unconscious.
Oh yeah, add insult to injury, won't you?
Are you okay? Please be more careful.
Well, that was really, really dumb.
The enemy is down. Now's your chance.
Can I use my run more to run? That was not good. See, this is why going into Tartarus tired is a bad idea. And this is why buying a bunch of revival items is a good idea. This is another unsuccessful killing hand battle. Oh, you're killing hands, aren't you?
Watch out. There are 4 enemies.
Of course one of them dodges. And of course Akihiko goes for the down one.
I couldn't finish it off. 3 more.
I can do it. I couldn't defeat it.
That's interesting. You don't see enemies doing that often. Bad idea.
You still can't stand up?
And this is why going to Tartarus when tired is a bad idea.
2 enemies left.
2 to go.
Let's see if I can trust the rest of the party to take these things out. Oh no. Well, at least that didn't aim for Gary, Stu. Don't, please don't. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, that's equally not good. But... wait a minute, why isn't Junpei using his fire on these guys?
Here's our chance. Let's get him.
If this fails, come on, Junpei, be a bro here. That's not good. That probably failed, didn't it? Oh, that was a massive fail. But that was not a massive fail. Junpei was indeed a bro.
That was close. Good thing you had me.
Exactly. Forgot that he actually had a unique line for situations like that. Anyway, we are definitely healing. Though, oddly enough, it was not actually the killing hands that, well, killed me. That was another type of enemy, and in fact I want to show this one because this is the one type of enemy that never showed up in my successful run, so I would need to show it eventually. Now, normally battles against these things go a lot smoother, but being tired, accidents can happen, and you're about to see one of them. What do we got here? Oh, you're new!
There are 2 enemies.
We have the enslaved beast.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Who do I currently have equipped? Let's go for Naga. What are you weak to? Just light. I highly doubt these things have light. What to do here? Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and fortify defense as much as I can. Things have been going badly enough in this Tartarus session for me to really want to do this. Now, something tells me...
Couldn't finish it up. My turn.
Scan should go through after this. Nice critical, though.
Way to go, Senpai.
Oh!
It seems like it's weak against
Okay,
fire.
weak to fire, and that was not repelling strike, but that is counter, which gives like a 25% chance of essentially repelling physical attacks. Always an annoying skill. Some of our party members will be learning that later, and that gets pretty fun. Okay, that's not good. Oh, actually, that was kind of weak. Yeah, like I said, kind of weak.
Enemies left.
So, you guys are weak to fire. I could trust Junpei to take care of it, but I kind of prefer to use fire attacks on... And of course, it misses the one that I really wanted it to hit.
That's the last one. Hermes!
Well, I guess I had to trust Junpei to take care of it.
Here's our chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a...
Obviously, one all-out attack is not going to do it here, because these things are pretty tough.
Let's go.
Okay, thank you for having Deer.
Help me.
Now, you know what? I actually might want to set Junpei on knockdown for these fights.
I couldn't defeat it.
Strike. Ow! Yep, that's not good. Oh, wow, that's bad.
Oh no.
That's really bad. Yeah, going into Tartarus tired. Bad idea.